everybody. It is Monday. How are we doing this Monday? Tell me about it. Welcome. You're here with me live tonight at more-ish than 8. Who's joining us tonight? Who is going to join in? Adele and Dazzle. Adele, you are in first tonight. That hasn't happened in like forever. It just shows that you're watching me. I knew I'm on your list today. And I'm about to get off of it as soon as Cassandra gets home and proofs me. Hey, Dennis and Kitty, great to have you here. Great to have everybody here. Tell me about your Monday. What are we grateful for this Monday? It's the start of another week. When we start in September, it's like one of those times when you fly, and it's a great trip because you fly in one month and you come back in another month and you get the two different airline magazines. This is a week that starts with September and ends with October. Starts with September, ends with October. We can do this, people. But tell me about your day. Tell me what we're grateful for this day. As we break the fast and start off on a glorious new year, the book, Our Fate is Sealed for Another Year. For those of you that read the good book today. Kelly is grateful to have Sunday to relax. Hey, Kelly. Oh, I didn't get my feed going up. Extra treats for Dazzle for getting you to be first. And I'm glad you got a self-care Sunday in, Kelly. That's awesome. Hey, Jennifer. Good to have you with us tonight. I got an itchy nose tonight. So tell me what else we're grateful for. Adele's grateful for being first. Dazzle's grateful for new treats. Kelly got a day to be Kelly. Let's just say it. You got to be Kelly. That's awesome. That is great. It is good to be good. Got your summer markdowns finished in one day. Woohoo! That is move them down and out, Kitty. Get them gone. Good for you. We had a lot of incoming today, so I'm told. I haven't actually looked at the data for it, but my people said lots and lots of incoming today. I know we didn't have as much outgoing because I saw that, although we did have a lot get picked up today of larger orders and stuff, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, lots going on from that perspective, so that's good. These are good things to be grateful for, people. These are very good. I'm glad to see happy people tonight. Happy Monday, because it is, hang on a second, let's move Frankenstein. It is a good week to have a good week, as our friend Jerry Talvich would say. It's a good week for a good week. And we are starting week 27, 28, right? Or 28, 29. I've lost track, but it's a lot of weeks. A lot of weeks. We've been doing this, and you're doing awesome. Awesome, I tell you. All right. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we get this party started. Tonight, we are on page 80. Good morning. You've got stuff in your head that no one else has got. Boy, do I have stuff in this head. And you've got stuff in your head that you think you bear alone. You're not alone. But I promise you, you share with so many. Only way to know the difference is to spill it out. On paper, into a mic, to a shrink, onto a canvas. Let's go. Oh my. I don't think we've done that one before. You put that quote on the sandwich board out front. I mean, I gotta tell you, I have seen more of you lately. I mean, and I only have brief snippets. I catch to catch headlines of Facebook posts or emails that you all send out and stuff. And I've seen more isms of things that we talk about on this show in it, and that's great. It's incredibly inspiring that you take that and say, how can I do that? I can put it on a sandwich board. Makes me want a sandwich. I like sandwiches, although Karen tells me I can't have sandwiches in a store anymore. I don't know. Something about she thinks I'm going to leave bologna under her rack. But you know, we got to get ready for Rocktober here. We are at the tail end here. Hang on a second. I think if I move this over here, it shows up better because I stand in front of it. We're at Rocktober. We might even have a new set for our Rocktober, is what I'm being told. But hey, we'll see. But we're about to start that. You know, so think about that for a second. You know, you may need a moment like Kelly did yesterday and take a moment for yourself to relax so that you can recharge and refresh and be ready to rock Rocktober. A book of Neologisms, I'm not sure that's going to have a high publishing count, Kelly, but hey, you know, we'll get there. You know, I mean, the neologisms are in your head, and that's okay. I'm good with that. You know, Rocktober is coming. We're going to rock it. We've got the Enterprise Bank calendar right up there for it. We're going to flip it this week. Thursday's coming, people. We start this week in September, and then we transform to Rocktober. But take a moment for yourself this week. It's okay. Take a moment. Sit down, chill, have a little scotch, whatever it is. Have a cookie. Jennifer will make you a cookie. Have a cookie. And just chill for a moment. Have a super donut, whatever. And take that moment to step back and chill. It's okay. It's okay. I tell you that because you've been going 100 miles an hour, and there's still a lot left in this year. There's still a lot left to accomplish. There's still a lot left that you're going to do. Great things you're going to do. So I want you rested up, pepped up, and raring to go. All right, we got a few things going on in the world that I want to update you on tonight. Ooh, I already have something for next Self-Care Sunday. Our friends at Costco. So Costco, their sales grew. Shocking in the last quarter. And Costco's really been one of the different ones because they have not done curbside during this. They have not done delivery on their own anyways. They use Instacart, so they're still getting their full margin, okay, on these items because people are paying for the delivery and they're paying for a higher price to Instacart for the items. But one of the key things with Costco is, and they had same-store sales growth of 11.4% during the quarter. But their earnings, okay, their earnings were impacted in a huge way by nearly $300 million in COVID-19 expenses. $300 million, okay, in COVID-19 expenses. Why does that matter? Okay, they're a big company, here 100 million, there 100 million, everywhere 100 million, you know, it's like, you know, following the guy around with $100 bills falling out of his back pocket, which is not me. Not me. I don't have $100 bills falling out of my back pocket. My peanut gallery can tell you. Lint falls out of my back pocket, not $100 bills. Kirsty's with us. Great to have you with us. Cheers, Kirsty. Why does that matter? Because I don't care whether you're the cost of COVID, okay, the expenses of dealing with COVID, cleaning, masks, sneeze guards, whatever your expense is, okay. Hey, Krita, great to have you with us. You know, whatever that is, whether your expense is $200, $2,000, $20,000, depending on the size of your operation, okay, or in the case of Costco, nearly $300 million. This is affecting everybody. And in Costco's case, that was a third, you know, almost 25% of what would have been their profit. Okay, 300. Yeah, just, you know, for simple math about that. So I mean, that is what's happening to companies around the world, and yours too. So understand and be aware of that, okay, of what, you know, it is a real expense. Extra cleaning is a real expense. I mean, I just bought wipes today and stuff to restock. Today was our monthly supply list for October's, because we buy supplies monthly and distribute them out of our processing center. But we do that so that we're stocked up and we have a back supply and everything else. But, you know, I mean, the cost of all that is more expensive than it used to be. There's just no way around it. And try ordering toilet paper or paper towels. Yes, you can go in and find it and stuff, but ordering it to save time gets expensive. So, you know, just be cognizant, and it is affecting everybody, even the biggest of the big, who, you know, and the winners during some of this that had sales during this time. So, just something to be aware of. Our friends at Apple, the technology company, not the fruit, although it is Apple season, so go out and apple pick. Find some self-care with that. That's for a good self-care Sunday, apple picking. Good fall event, especially in the Northeast. We apple pick. Come up here, you know, we leaf peep and we apple pick this time of year. I'm just saying. That's what you can do in the Northeast. You can do that in Unadilla, New York. You can do that. You can leaf peep. I bet you the leaf peeping is good in Unadilla right now. Better than in Austin, Texas. Or in Albuquerque. But, that. So, Apple is, you know, remember they got into a fight with Facebook and, what's that game? What is it? Fortnite? Or what's the, about the app fees and for in-app purchases and such, where Apple takes 30%. A 30% cut of in-app purchases. Well, I'm glad to hear that it is great for leaf peeping and apple picking in Unadilla. You know, so they are reducing that commission. Yes, it's Fortnite game. See, I'm not a big gamer. The popular Fortnite game is what started this, and then with Facebook as well, they got into a match about the fees. But Apple is saying they're dropping their 30% fees on things that are helping businesses or people succeed during the pandemic. So like businesses that are putting their menu online and you can order off an app. You know, so it's designed for those businesses that are selling tickets to a class or something to keep people distanced and stuff. So anything that's working for small business that there would have been an in-app fee for, So like Airbnb and ClassPass, which are viewed as small businesses, the end user, okay, is viewed as a small business, um, is not getting charged the extra 30% fee till the end of the year. Things like game purchases like Fortnite, where in-app purchases are getting that fee, will have it, because those were not affected by the pandemic in Apple's view. Really? See, I have never been to New Mexico, so I have no clue. I just would have thought not. It's so hot out, you know, I just think hot when I think New Mexico in that area. Sadly, so that's awesome. That's good to know. So sometime we'll have to do a New Mexico trip too. A Syracuse, this next story is just sad because it's something we're going to see more of. A Syracuse mall asks tenants to leave and shuts down for good. You know, the Shoppingtown Mall in DeWitt, New York, is doing this, and we're going to see this happen at other malls around the country. Is a thing to be. You know, it's just sad. You know, because there's a lot of small businesses that are the inline tenants. You know, like one of the ones they interviewed was a martial arts academy, and he was there for low rent and everything else. Hot air balloons. Well, I am full of hot air, Kelly. I mean, that was a nice way of saying it. You're going to have me blow up the balloons. So, yesterday we talked about what everybody's doing for a different day. Well, Amazon has officially announced when Prime Day will be. Prime Day will be held October 13th to 14th. To spur conversation for Prime Day, between now and October 12th, Amazon will offer Prime members a $10 credit to use on Prime Day when members spend $10 on items sold by a select number of small businesses in Amazon store. Amazon will spend more than $100 million on new promotional activities to help small businesses around the world increase their sales and reach new customers. It has 150 million Prime members worldwide. This emphasis of spend $10, get $10 to use on Prime days is really a, you know, get Amazon out of hot water for all the trouble they've been in for, you know, not supporting small businesses and being the behemoth. You know, it's hard for them not to be looked at as the behemoth, especially even what they're doing to Peloton, which is, you know, well beyond the startup stage of a small business, but that's where it started. It started with a small idea. It started on a scrappy thing, and now they're building their own bikes to compete with Peloton and selling them for $500 instead of the couple $1,000s that Pelotons go for. And Prime Day will spotlight deals curated from small businesses across Amazon. I will say that we do accept Amazon Pay on our website now, and we do that again for the simplicity of our customers. You gotta make things easy. Like way back in the day, I mean, we told you we accepted. We started accepting PayPal when we first started doing online sales, and we did it. At the time, it was an afterthought because, oh, we have a business PayPal account. We might as well take it on our website. Here's a field to enter it. Let's do it. And that made sense. And then, you know, way back when we started selling online, a lot of our orders started coming in that way. And then it was like, ding, ding, ding. People remember their login, but don't remember what their credit card number is. So it is a simple thing for them to do, to log in with their Amazon login and pay you, is why we do it. But, you know, everybody's on the bandwagon of having their days. So, you know, you can have House of Consignment days, Fall into the House days, Albuquerque hot air balloon days, whatever your day is. Starbucks is having star days. You know, we could have cutie days. Whatever your day is, you know, you just have to make it that. Okay? We can have NART days, NARTS days. You know, own it. Okay? Prime Day meant nothing before Amazon made it mean something. Star days at Starbucks meant nothing. Okay? All these businesses are creating an event around it. Create your event, but create it early, because everything's coming in early. Okay? We're having a longer holiday season, but make it early. So just keep that in mind. And by doing it earlier, it lets you keep more margin early, okay, on all these holiday items, so we're not doing markdowns. Okay, you want to minimize markdowns as much as possible, and if you sell it, you don't have to mark it down. Well, there's different ways to do it. You can't call it a Prime Day, Kirsty, but you can call it Kirsty Days. Or anything else. Prime goes after people that call it Prime Day. Kind of like the NFL does when you have a Super Bowl sale or something. But you can absolutely do something like what others are doing. Other businesses are doing it left and right, and I talked about a bunch of them last night. Who else did I talk about last night? Yeah, my peanut gallery is slow on the uptake. Payday. PayPal is doing paydays right now. I got 5% off on my BJ's purchase today with Payday by using PayPal to pay for my BJ's. You could have HOC days or cutie days or be in the pink days. Whatever your day is, having a day, creating some excitement about you to your customers. Customers are looking for a reason to be excited and support you. So spin it, do it, twirl with it. You got this. You got this. You can have a you got this day. You got this. She got this. Who's gonna get it? Okay? Just make it about your customers. Make it about your customers. Twist it around your customers. And they will shine on and support you. Okay? You know, the dog days of fall. Come find it with the Columbus event or, you know, whatever. It's all there for you. It's all there. Out of Washington today, we got a few things going on that aren't Supreme Court related. And I'm looking for the number in this one. Where's my number that I wanted to quote in this one? I really should carry a highlighter around with me. You know, we've talked about the PPP. Kurt! Welcome! It's date night with Kurt. He brought Jennifer on a date. He's tuning into me. It's like the movies, yet different. I have a feeling Jennifer is safely distanced from you, Kurt. She follows that 6-foot rule from you now all the time. It is good to have the Welties here tonight. The SBA has said it has received 96,000 forgiveness applications. 96,000, which is less than 2% of the total loans. It has not denied. See, asleep. That's what she tells. That's what she tells you, Kurt. Lisa, welcome. The Canadians are here. The Canadians. Welcome, Lisa. Thank you for representing Canada tonight. Good to have you here. Thank you for coming back to join us. I get that joke. Others may not. You may think I'm funny, Lisa. Other people think I'm just funny looking. So the SBA has received 96,000 forgiveness applications, and they have denied none. How many have they approved? How many? This is a guessing game for you tonight. 96,000 applications, they've denied none. How many have they approved? I'm waiting here, folks. I'm waiting on this one. Welcome home, Peanut Gallery. I'm waiting. Any guesses? Lisa got it. All right. Well, at least my joke. A little slow tonight. So's the joke teller, Lisa. It's okay. You've got a... Yes, it's like that football game. Kurt got it right. Kurt was fast on the uptake. They have denied none, and they have approved none. It's like, what's the score in the game? 0-0. Who's winning? You know? That is the score. So, let's talk about that for a second. Again, it's the same thing that I've told you. The applications that are coming in are for the bigger loans, because that's the banks that are submitting them. Typically over $1 million the banks are doing. Mostly over $2 million is what they're getting for applications. They are not approving any of them. Okay? Or have not approved any of them yet. Okay? And none of the small loans, none of the loans that the people watching this program have even, if they've been submitted, your bank hasn't submitted it to the SBA. I can tell you that. It's sitting on a backroom shelf. Nobody's doing anything with it because they're waiting on Congress. The good news is there are two things moving through Congress right now. Two things. The Democrats have gone back to the table with Stevie Boy. Whoa, my whole pile just went down. Hang on a second, folks. My pile. I've got pile issues. There's two things. Okay, so we've got... Hang on a second. I'm popping back up here. Okay, I'm back. The people are talking again in Washington, which is a good thing, which I told you would happen, or I was hopeful that would happen. I told you I was hopeful. Because there's a lot of bad stuff going to start happening in the economy. I mean, we have the whole airline issue that's about to start. So the Democrats are coming out with their new plan. They're talking with the Republicans at a high level. Things are happening and could happen in the next week or so. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. Also, in conjunction with that, there is a, I told you yesterday, or the day before, that there is a push to change the rules, that doesn't need an actual bill, okay, to go through Congress, so it sidesteps some of the extremism of Congress, and it takes money that Congress has already approved and lets them dip into it for something else. So it takes money that hasn't been spent but has been approved. So PPP money that has been approved but not yet spent. Main Street Lending Program money that has been approved but not spent. And use it for other coronavirus, COVID-related expenses, such as a second PPP, such as additional unemployment benefits. Some of the top priorities of this next bill. Certainly not enough to fund the whole bill, but it would get a lot going, and the PPP is a big part of that. So there's actually a petition that they can sign on to, which is House Resolution 8265, which would, from our perspective, the biggest thing is it would allow for a second PPP immediately, and would not require a whole vote. Okay, it would give the authorization to do that. And so people are trying, so there's two different things going on right now. There is that, and then there's the actual COVID relief next, bill that is working its way through, which, it depends on how everybody gets with the Supreme Court, how the Democrats view their chances after tomorrow night's debate. There's a lot of balls in play here right now, so that they're working things on two different fronts is actually a good thing. A million, well, not a million, but I mean, gobs and gobs of business and industry groups have signed on in support of the House resolution, which is a discharge petition that has been introduced by Congresswoman Jaime Herrera Beutler, which would compel the House vote on that and amend the CARES Act to establish the second draw loans and other modifications that we've asked for, including streamlined forgiveness. Everybody from the Air Conditioner Contractors of America to the American Beverage Licenses to the Global Business Travel Association, the Home Care Association, the International Franchise Association, the National Federation of Independent Businesses, the National Retail Federation, the Retail Bakers of America, and the Tile Roofing Industry Alliance, as among hundreds of others of associations, have all signed off asking people to go for that, because it would provide immediate relief without the extremism of the politics. Whether this will get through or not, I don't know, but I like that there's multiple things going on right now down there. It increases the chances that we'll get something done. Probably not this week. My guess is sometime next week before the jobs report comes out that lets us know how bad the jobs are after the airlines lay people off this week. Because the layoffs this week, which are scheduled to happen, won't show up in the numbers till next week, because those are a lagging number. The first-time unemployment claims and such are reporting on the numbers you get this week report on what happened last week. So just keeping that all in perspective and how that all rolls. So that's sort of what you're looking at. That is what I know as of right now, subject to change while I was talking about it. So that's what's happening. This video and everything we talk about here, all the things, are over at narts.org/resalestrong, narts.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. They're all over there, these videos. It's there to keep you organized, to make it nice and easy for you to follow up, watch at your convenience. So many of you watch the replays, but it's also there for you to share with your friends. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, whatever their industry, we're here to help them get across the finish line. Share it because you care about them too. We're going to get everybody across. I am here every night at more 8 than ish Eastern in the Narts private Facebook group, where you get to ask me your questions live, where the Welties get to decide when we start the night. We're all here every night at more 8 than ish. If you have a question in between, whether you're a member or not, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with a hot air balloon. No, with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight we started on page 80. If you were not here at the top of the program or at the pre-program, at the pre-Welty program, we started on page 80 tonight. Good morning. You've got stuff in your head that no one else has got. And you've got stuff in your head that you think you bear alone. But I promise you share with so many. Only way to know the difference is to spell it out. On paper, into a mic, to a shrink, or onto a canvas. Let's go. Our good night tonight is good night. Rest your gifts. Rest your burdens. Rest your secrets. Rest your dreams. Yes, your dreams. Rest your unrequited loves. Rest the loves that sustain you. Tomorrow you can harvest them all again. Harvest. The fall harvest is coming. Tomorrow, on paper, into a mic, to a shrink, and onto a canvas. But for now, rest, people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good wedding. We're just a few days away from the Luke and Laura, Zach and Rachel wedding. I do like that. I do like a bar mitzvah. Any kind of party, and we will party again, maybe in New Mexico. Who knows? Who knows where we'll party again, but we will, and I'll be there with you. I will. Until tomorrow at more 8 than-ish. Until tomorrow at more 8 than-ish, or when the Welties say we can start. Know that you, and even a resting Welty is not alone running this store. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. It's time for dinner, dessert, something. Something that starts with a D. Have a great night, everybody.